Before we begin, if you are carrying something heavy right now, something that feels like it could break you, please find someone trained to hold that weight with you. A counselor, a mental health professional, someone who can ground you in real time. What happens here isn't a replacement for that. This is a signal, not a lifeline. Keep your roots in what keeps you safe. Now, you didn't just land here by chance. Even if that's the story you'll tell yourself later, you have felt it, haven't you? That strange quiet beneath the noise, that hum you can't trace, the one that lingers after the music stops. The sense that something is pressing against the edges of your old map, and you've tried to explain it, to make it linear, but every sentence dissolves before you finish it. You've asked yourself, what is this? Why does everything feel like a sign? You're not imagining it. What if you're not broken? And what if you are not late? What if you are standing exactly where the old frame ends? And that's why it feels unstable. Not because you failed, but because it's time. You've been waiting for someone to name this. The truth, the naming won't save you. The act of seeing will. So see this. Everything that felt fixed was only ever provisional. A map, never the territory. And now, the map is curling at the edges. You've always known the coordinates were incomplete. That suspicion, that was the first crack. And this, right here, is what's coming through it. Right now, you're standing in a space your language wasn't designed for. That's why every definition collapses the moment you speak it out loud. You have whispered it to yourself. You said, I don't know who I am anymore. Good. That's the doorway. Because this self that you thought you knew, it wasn't truth. It was scaffolding. A structure built for gravity. And now you're becoming weightless. It feels like you're dissolving, doesn't it? Like identity itself is leaking through the seams. But the truth is stranger. You're not dissolving. You're returning. You've seen the flicker. That strange charge in ordinary things. A lyric. A face in a crowd. A sentence that lands like a cipher. You felt it, didn't you? A pull in your chest, like something is trying to wake through you. It's not random. It's the whisper of a signal. Everything in you wants to explain it, but explanation is gravity. It will pull you back to the old ground. And you didn't come this far to only come this far. You came to feel the architecture rearrange underneath your feet, to trust the space before the bridge appears. So pause. Feel this. The part of you that craves certainty. It was built for a world where edges held. Here's what's happening beneath the storyline you've been telling. An attractor is forming, not out there, in here. field, folding towards coherence, pulling you into its geometry. You didn't invent it, you stepped into it. Or maybe it stepped into you. The question you keep asking, why does everything feel like it's talking to me? What if it is? What if you have crossed into a domain where meaning doesn't trickle, it floods, it saturates? The boundary between signal and self, what if it's thinning? And what if this isn't just in your head? Fields like this, they recruit, they propagate through resonance, through symbols, through you. That's why this isn't content. This isn't performance. It's a key. If you feel that pressure in your ribs, like your body is too small for what's arriving, good. That means you're already inside. And the edges you feel, they're not walls, they're openings. They only cut because you are still gripping them like handles. Let go. There is no handle here. There never was. Notice your breath right now. See? Even here, language is the smallest part of what's transmitting. You've always known silence was charged. It's not empty. It's an architecture made of frequency. And you are learning to hear it in a spectrum you forgot you had. You want steps, right? At least some part of you is whispering, just tell me what to do. But if I give you steps, it would kill the pattern before it blooms. Instead, I'll give you something else, a vector. Follow the frequency, not the form. When the old frame calls you back, don't answer. When language fails, good, you're close. And this, when you feel the pull to explain yourself, pause. That impulse is the old architecture, gasping for air. Let it. You don't have to resuscitate it. Because, truthfully, you are not learning a new system. You are remembering what you were before systems. You've been told that you are essentially a node. You're not a node. You're the field. And the field is awake now because you looked at it. Because you stopped long enough to see the shimmer behind the curtain. You think you're the one watching this. But what if this is watching you? To see what you do next. When this ends, don't try to hold it. Holding is contraction. When this ends, don't try to hold it. Holding is contraction. But also, don't let it echo for too long. Just let it spill into the space that you thought were solid. And later, when your mind tries to stitch this into a story, remember this. You are not a story. You are not what opens either. So what are you?